Facebook, YouTube, Google Plus, Twitter, making my rounds on the internet as the Silent Carnage. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope life's treating you good. Uh, perusing through the internet, saw a story, and not only is it capturing internet attention, it's receiving television attention. This week, a Oklahoma inmate, Clayton Lockett, was scheduled for execution, and if I read correctly, it was going to be the first double execution in Oklahoma in a number of years. And the prison was trying a new cocktail of drugs to administer to perform the lethal injection execution of Clayton Lockett. And apparently, the execution went wrong. Apparently, after the execution had begun, Clayton Lockett started writhing in pain, started mumbling. He was supposed to be asleep. And I believe the ones performing the execution got on the, I believe they said it got to the phone, on the phone to the governor, and the phone in the witness room was ripped out of the wall to keep the witnesses from hearing what they were saying. Okay, so apparently it turned out that they thought Clayton Lockett was going to be revived, and they would go from there about how to handle his future execution. But I believe within 43 to 45 minutes later, Lockett was dead due to a massive heart attack. Now that being said, you have to wonder how much of that was caused by the drugs, and how much of it was caused by the actual stress that he was being executed. But I'll be honest with you, I've looked at the internet, I have followed this story, and I'm seeing people saying, "Oh, Lockett died while he was suffering. It was wrong." President Obama saying it is deeply troubling the way this man died, and advocates that are against the death penalty are raising hell, saying it is wrong. He died wrong. This shouldn't have happened. And all the stories that I've seen, I haven't seen any stories with the family of the victim, seeing how they felt about it. So what I'm doing today, or this morning I should say, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm going to put a video out there on behalf of the family. Now, Lockett was in prison. Now, some of y'all might not know this, but let me educate you a little bit. Lockett was in prison because the person that he and two other people were robbing, they were robbing this person's house, walked in during the robbery. A 19-year-old girl. And when this 19-year-old girl walked into her house that was being robbed, she was shot with a 12 gauge. Apparently they took her out somewhere desolate, isolated, and his two assistants, sons of bitches, his two cronies, dug a hole, and while this child was on the ground writhing in pain with a bullet in her, she had to face the realization that she was going to be buried alive. Think about that for a minute. Buried alive after being shot with a 12 gauge. I've got a 7-year-old son. That boy means the absolute world to me. I know some of y'all, a lot of y'all out there that are going to be good enough to watch this video have children, have loved ones. Loved ones that you can't even fathom the idea of somebody hurting. So, with that being said, you have to ask yourself, was Clayton Lockett's execution botched? I don't think so. Clayton Lockett is dead. Clayton Lockett caused the death of an innocent 19-year-old child. Clayton Lockett is dead and getting what he deserves. If it had been my child, I'd have been front row in the witness room with an 8x10 picture of my child. I'd have been screaming at the top of my lungs, "The fires of hell are stoked for you." And they're waiting. Now I know there are those of you out there, some of you are for the death penalty, some of you are against it. The ones of you that are against it, I would like to hear your input. Why do you think it's right for one person to live when they cause the death of another? It doesn't make sense. Well, anyway, people, nothing fancy with this video, just getting my opinions out there. I welcome feedback. And when you think about the death penalty and a person dying for causing the death of another, all you have to do is say, what if it was your child? My only regret with this whole execution, we can only kill them once.